Oh boy, if you thought The Maestro was bad, it's about to get a whole lot worse for Doctor Who, as Russell T Davies and the gang are doubling down on drag. They're trying to put the whole transgender thing into Doctor Who. They warned us about this from the start. We'll get into the whole history of just how terrible the identity politics has been, the DEI agenda, through the new Doctor Who in just a moment as we go through and talk about what's coming up next. Yay. And there was much rejoicing. Gosh, I can't believe it's going to keep getting worse, but this is what they do. SJWs always double down. They will always do this. It doesn't matter how bad the ratings are. It doesn't matter if they're about to lose their jobs. They care about their little agenda, and putting this, in front of kids really is what it's all about. That's the truth. More than anything else, including good science fiction. But we care about good science fiction here, everybody. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us. We have a wonderful science fiction community, and I appreciate you guys all for being there. And, of course, I've got my new audiobook, Colony Launch, out. And, like I said, we just dropped this on audio. Something years in the making. I've been very happy about this. This is my closest work to Heinlein. So if you like that whole, exploring the stars, better humanity sort of setup, the sense of wonder that science fiction used to have that they don't have anymore because they're too busy trying to figure out whether they're men or women. They don't know anymore. They can't even do science in science fiction anymore. Oh, gosh, it's so sad. But we've got it for you guys. So please check this out. It's in the description below. Thank you so much for the support so far. We've had an incredible sales month, and I appreciate y'all for being real science fiction fans. Now, they want to pretend you're not real fans. They told everybody the whole time that this new Doctor Who, it's going to piss off fans. We're not science fiction anymore. We're leaning into fantasy. But, when Russell T Davies said that they were going to lean into fantasy, we didn't think that he meant his own personal sexual fantasies and fetishes. But that is exactly what he meant. That's all he cares about. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if you look at this guy's history, he is just a disaster. He is the biggest narcissistic train wreck hedonist I've maybe ever seen in Hollywood. I bet this guy's got a lot of skeletons in his closet. That's not going to come out because of all the clout he has right now. But I would venture to speculate that it's probably worse than the Neil Gaiman situation. That would be my thought. But you could see it just in the fact that he says creepy things in his interviews. I mean, the Collider interview where he talked about the lead of Strange New Worlds, saying that he wanted to be married to the guy. That he talked about how hot he was. If a male producer said that about a female actress, he'd be fired. But because he's gay, Russell T Davies just gets away with all this stuff, right? Very, very bizarre, very creepy. Now, the history of this is they basically said that this is going to be all about the gayness, all about being queer. They pushed that into Doctor Who. They've said that they are intentionally targeting children as young as 6 to have queer icons for them. It's really, really bad stuff going on at Doctor Who. And if you watch the first season at all, you know that it opened up with a transgender Rose out there in order to sort of bastardize the history of David Tennant and Rose. And then it continued to spiral. Every single episode, Ncuti Gatwa, the gay black doctor here, made comments about gayness and lesbians. Kept telling Ruby Sunday she'd be great in a lesbian relationship over and over and over again throughout the show. Of course, the second episode with the Maestro was famous because it had the creepy drag queen, Jinx Monsoon, as the Maestro. It's pretty interesting because they made this person into a villain, because what are you going to do? I mean, Jinx, this dude looks like a villain, for sure. And acts like a villain. And that's what, really the transgenderism movement is. It is narcissism. He wants to be a weirdo, put on a dress, look like a freak, and you're supposed to respect him for it. You're supposed to give him the pronouns, pretend he's a legitimate woman in this situation. It's all about gaslighting normal people, gaslighting all of society for somebody's own narcissistic delusions. And that's exactly what the Maestro was as a fictional character, believe it or not. So it's kind of a weird take because it did make that whole movement look bad. And even when they do try to put this stuff into their fiction, what ends up invariably happening is they do put in a kernel of truth, because you can't lie that hard. They know they're doing a bad thing. They know they're destroying Doctor Who's legacy, and they're all about it. And so this went along, of course, further in the season. Doctor Who abandoned his own companion to make out with a random man he just met. Just a total bastardization of the show all the way around. And it's just been all about this woke stuff over and over and over again. Ratings have been terrible. This has been the worst rated Doctor Who series ever. People didn't watch it, whether it was on the BBC or on Disney. They kept saying, oh, there's more ratings coming in. Yeah, the overnights don't tell all the full story. But once they came out with all the full ratings, sure enough, it was still the lowest rated Doctor Who ever. And the Disney version in America, it didn't even chart. So the Nielsen ratings, none of the Doctor Who episodes even hit the top 10 any of the weeks they were out. Just totally dismal. Now, there's rumors that Disney is upset about this and that they're getting ready to can Doctor Who entirely, and they want Russell T Davies out. I mean, gosh, we can only hope. And they've talked about it because they committed to 2 seasons right away. The second's already filmed, and they keep saying the third's up in the air, up in the air, up in the air. This is exactly what they're saying about the Acolyte as well, the Star Wars bastardization, meaning not likely to get renewed because it's losing a crap ton of money. And they don't care that they're losing a crap ton of money because Russell T Davies got carte blanche to do whatever he wants, mess with the show here. This is him at Comic-Con with Star Trek bastardizer Alex Kurtzman. And somebody actually asked Russell T Davies in the audience about this and said, hey, what about all the criticism that, the writing's poor, Doctor Who's in a bad shape? What do you feel about that? Well, he did his little mumbly thing that if you've ever watched an interview with Russell T Davies, it's, I've been gay rights. Yeah, yes. That's kind of what he sounds like. And I do get requests for that impersonation, so I hope I did well for you today. But he went off and he did change that to saying that trans rights are more important than Doctor Who, and he said this in his little interview here at Comic-Con. He said, "To be honest, in terms of online activity, I'm much more interested in what's happening. I think Doctor Who's fine. I think there are things happening in the culture war, particularly with trans rights, which are 1,000,000 times more important than what's happening with Doctor Who. But this is a Doctor Who panel, and you are the showrunner of Doctor Who. It's your job to be promoting Doctor Who right now. So he just says, screw that. I don't care about this show. I care about the trans stuff. And that's par for the course. Now he's gone out to Collider, and Collider did this whole thing asking them which drag queens would you want to join the series? Like I guess this is the ever pressing question on these people's minds, and I think that outlets like Collider get told to ask these questions to push this agenda because this can't come out of nowhere. I mean, it's kind of weird. And they named a bunch of people. I don't know who any of them are. I think nobody knows who any of these people are, except for Gatwa and Gibson and Russell T Davies did. So I researched these people for you, at least just briefly in pictures, so you can see. Millie Gibson said she would like to see Trixie Mattel in the show. So here's Trixie Mattel for your viewing pleasure. Oh my God! Trigger warning. That's disgusting. Okay. Then we got Bag of Chips is who Nikuti Gatwa wants in the show. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this is it's just so sick. These people really should be in a mental asylum. I mean, this should not be allowed in polite society. Yikes. Tia Kofi was the next one they mentioned. Oh boy. Yikes. Yes, here you go. This is Doctor Who now. Yeah. Doctor what? Lawrence Chaney is the next one. Oh boy, we got a body positive drag. Oh no. This is oh my! I think I vomited in my mouth a little bit on that one. That's pretty bad. And then Bimini Bonbulash. Oh no! Oh gosh, this one looks like a heroin addict. My gosh, they're all drug addicted. Let's be honest. You can't go do this and not be on drugs. I mean, obviously. So that's those are the people they wanted in. I mean, I can't believe they know who this many of these people are. Yikes. But Russell T Davies and then went for crazy with the double down and said, we'll have to have them all. Oh, he probably did it like this, though. We'll have to have them all. Oh, I love them all. Oh, they're such snacks. And then Millie Gibson agreed, saying, let's just have an episode. So it looks like they're going to have a full drag queen trans cast episode of Doctor Who coming up to double down on their crazy wokeness. This is what they want now. Yikes. Oh, it's so painful. So painful. All right. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Sorry to show you all that, but because I had to see it, you had to too. I mean, that's just how it goes, friends. Hit the like and subscribe button, and please check out my Colony launch. This is good science fiction, none of that crap in it. I'll have it in the description below for you. Thank you guys very much. We'll be back soon.